Hey, SimCity, how y'all doing? New day, new episode. I believe this is episode 26, I want to say. Glad that everyone back. Alright, so we kind of wrapped up our multiplayer region today for those of you that have caught that video. And, once again, thanks again for all the participants. It's been fun. And, looking forward to, perhaps in the future doing something like that again. And it was great fun, and gave everybody a bunch of ideas, and that was the real point. So, all right, enough of that. We are on our Graysmith Ridge tourist town, and a couple of you have been asking to look at the region, but here you go. This is our region here. And if you haven't already, go ahead and check the previous episodes. I take you through building Burton Basin, Hilltop Coast, Callahan Canyon, and then finally Graysmith Ridge, and the Space Center has been complete for a while now. So moving on, this isn't going to be a full episode because we're kind of strapped for space, and I really don't know where else I can put stuff. A couple of you have asked for streetcars, a couple of you have asked for parking rides. We can do that. I've also been looking for a decent spot to put my airship, and I really don't know where to put it. We are so gridlocked in this city, for good reason. Everything's got its own, perfect place. But for the most part, everything is pretty much, locked in, which is good. It's what it's all about. So, taking a little stroll up here, it's kind of going to be more of like a little... Well, I'm having a tremendous lag spike here, and I can't tell you why. My computer's been lagging lately, and I don't know why. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to kind of take you around to, different parts of the town, do some close-ups. I know you guys like the close-ups. This game is great for that. So, first order of business, parking rides. I know I've probably been lacking on that a little bit. I don't know if we have any parking rides in this town, and I'd like to see if we do, because we've got buses everywhere, and I don't think we do. So let's put a parking ride there. Oh, there's one there. Yeah, we do have parking rides. There's one there. Put one here by the Red Cross building. We added that last episode. That was fun. And I don't want to go too crazy with it, because if you put too many, you kind of get locked in with traffic. So we'll be easy with it just a little bit. We got a bus stop there. We're just making sure we at least got bus stops everywhere. It looks like we do. Actually, we don't have one here by the... Actually, put one there. That wouldn't be bad. Cool. Alright, so good on parking rides. And the other thing was we didn't add any of the new air boats, or the what are they called? Airships. And I was looking too, like a good place for it, and I'm kind of struggling to find that, guys. As you can see. What? What's that? Okay, we got a spot up here. But that would involve taking out a bunch of casinos, and I don't really know if I want to do that. Or these aren't casinos, these are hotels. Well, they seem to be crying anyway. Well, no, not really. Where else can we put one, maybe? And then, of course, we need to find a spot for a streetcar station. Actually, right up here would be kind of cool. And I know it would fit right here, but we would have to move that gambling house. So let's do that. Let's put it... I know we're doing pretty well, but let's just bear with me for a second here. Alright, so let's put this up here. Alright. And that'll be good too, because it's right in front of a bus stop, and we've got our airport here too, so it'll be kind of like this little transfer up here. And then we can always find a spot for a gambling house somewhere. Maybe over here, because that one was actually doing really well. Could put it maybe here. Kind of right when they get out of the, get off the high-speed rail, they can just hop right in and get to their gambling. And we can just add our, little modules like usual. Keep everything fresh. Alright, well, that'll be good for now. We'll see how that does. All right. And then, what was the other thing I said I was going to do? I want to kind of add streetcars. Whoa, what do we got going on here? Where's the fire department at? Where are we at? Where are we at, fire? Fire, there you go. Where are we at, fire? I don't even see one truck doing anything. And there's buildings burning. I guess it's not a priority for them, you know? Right next to our tourist attractions. Well, let's see if anybody has the time to tend to that. I hope it doesn't burn anything else down. Alright, anyway, streetcars. So what we're going to have to do before we even add the streetcars is we have to go through and upgrade all this. It's going to cost a pretty penny, but it's worth it in the end. It's only going to help the traffic situation. Streetcar Avenue. Streetcars. And streetcars for everybody. And then once we get this in, we can find a good spot for our... Why, did it just do this whole bridge? Wow, I didn't even realize that. Well, I guess it kind of has to connect everything, but... So yeah, so once we get all this upgraded, then we can find a good spot for our streetcar depot. I think we're good now, right? A good way to check this, too, is to just pull up your streetcar depot. And as long as there's blue lines all the way throughout and it's all connected, then you're good. And it looks like we are safe. So streetcars, where are we gonna put it? We gotta put it along the... Making myself dizzy here, sorry. Gotta put it along the high density streetcar avenue, and we gotta leave room to upgrade the cars, and I think this is probably a good spot for it. And we're gonna take out some residents, but hey, you know, out with the old and with the new, people. And then streetcar stops, because they can't operate without streetcar stops. So we can just put them throughout. Definitely one there. Won't let me put them on the bridge. So I got one there. Yeah, it won't let me do it on the bridge. And then... Boom. Bam, bam. And then, what I like to do with these two, don't go crazy with adding all these extra cars yet, because you're probably not going to need them. So what I'll do is I usually put it in and then add one. And then I keep an eye on it. And then I'll see what's going on with my riders per day and my average weight. And if it's controllable, like 15, 20 minutes and it's in the green, then just leave it, you know. Sometimes you'll get those, and they do cost a pretty decent amount to operate, especially when you get all those carts in there. And it goes wasted, so. Okay, and last episode too, we fully upgraded our theme park, and it seems to be sustaining itself. Let's check our numbers too. So we're making up over 100,000 a day for our amusement park. That's good, and we're doing pretty well on our events. Let's schedule a new event. Let's do a rock concert this time because we keep doing the sporting events. And alright, so let's go around, let's take a trip around. I'm waiting on this area down here to start to sprawl up, and you can see it's going to. Hopefully we'll replace some of those residential buildings that we just demolished out that way, get some more residents in here, because our demands are looking a little strong for residential. I know this is a touristy town and most people travel to it, however, you still need to have residents to kind of fuel all the workers for the buildings, so we're looking for that to kind of expand down here. This part of the city, this is kind of where we started initially with our power plant, and this is, I believe, where we began it all up this way. I have to look back, but see, our solar power plant's doing great, no issues there. Still in the plus with that. Bus terminal, we're connected to every city in the region, so bringing people in, taking people out, you know how it is. A little bit of tech, not too much though, but just enough to keep the you know, keep them from crying about it. And, you know, our airport's doing fairly well. We've got 3 landing strips for our tourists. I remember when we initially started, we had an airport going this way, but this mountain ridge here was causing some issues, and I think we had a disaster that kind of took it all out. And as we can see here, we actually got a nice little close-up of our airship hangar. And this was one of the DLCs too. I'm not sure if everyone out there has this, but this actually is pretty good because it does help you get people in and out of the city. It's just another alternative measure to get people in and out. Pretty nice shot of it all there. Probably get a nice little clicky click screenshot. It's pretty cool looking. And as you can see, we got people walking about through the tunnel, coming from the airport, going wherever they need to go. So it's a nice little part of town up here. And then we've got a fire burning with no fire department even caring. I'm wondering if these need to almost be shut off and turned back on, because they seem like they're glitching out, if you ask me. They're not doing anything, these people. Look at the firemen. They're not even getting in their truck. How lazy can you be? Wow. People at the streetcar stop, so that's good. But yeah, I'd rather this stuff get rid, you know, like, I don't know. I'd rather it be buildings than these little houses in this part of town, you know? Like, seriously, you're gonna live in like a little shack over here next to a casino and a high-speed rail station, but hey, go figure. I guess it's depends. I don't know. It's a nice little spot here for it. And wow, look at all these people getting off and on in this. Oh my goodness. Parking lot we just put in, it looks like it'd be doing pretty well. Great places to shop. Not really too many health issues. That's a good thing. I owed that to my high wealth area. Whoa. Okay, so then let's see. So we take the tunnel down and then we spit out down this way. We've got our pumping station, sewage treatment facility, and this is just another shuttle bus depot. Like I said earlier, the bus terminal kind of focuses on pulling people out of other cities in the region and bringing people in, vice versa, taking them out and in. The little shuttle bus depot moves people kind of around the city, so that's good for traffic. So I added one of those in. Got a little bit of houses down here. Got a nice little school, and our little Paris town is coming in nice. And then like I'll sometimes get like little blocks like that where there's nothing filling in. So just to make it look kind of, you know, correct throughout, I just add a little park in there, and then, you know, just kind of fill it in. But then you'll see this will demolish itself and then build a bigger one. So you got to kind of just give it time, but it looks really cool. You know, like with the parks in here, and people can walk from street to street. So I think it's really cool the way that looks. And it looks pretty sweet. And then down here we had our Eiffel Tower. We know that. That was a recent episode. Statue of Liberty's doing really well. And our Washington Monument's doing good. This thing is still burning. Let me see if I can take this. Sorry, buddy. And we got our Grand Hotel. They're concerned about crime. Okay. Well, you are on the Strip, so you would think there would be crime. This is probably my favorite part of the town. Down on the Strip. Right alongside the main avenue here, we got our theme park kind of butted up against it. I think that looks really nice. Kind of gives people a feel that, you know, there's constant events going on. Plus it adds when it's nighttime, and hopefully we'll hit nighttime here soon. You know, it kind of adds to the way everything looks with the vibe that we wanted to get from it. The touristy type, you know, almost like Las Vegas type scenario. So I think it looks really cool at night. So we'll just speed up a little bit. Hopefully we can get to nighttime quicker. We've got our games, we've got our streetcars, we've got our tourist attractions, we've got our theme park. I mean, this place is pretty much maxed out. Our police station, let's see what we've got going on here. And I also added trees, as you can see. That was, uh-oh, we got a computer virus. That's a problem. But I went ahead and I added trees here That was one of the things that you can do with the latest patch. If you just go into your parks, and then you go, no, nature tab, that's what it was. You can actually add these trees along the side. So, you know, you can pick whatever trees you want and kind of go all the way down. So, I mean, it's cool. Something extra. And what else? What else? What else? What else? Space station's doing really well. Every couple so often you'll see the shuttle launch, and that grants you 100,000. So yeah, it costs a lot to build, but in the end you're going to be getting back some, and I'm pretty sure it's the only Great Works to do that. The airport, the solar, well, the solar farm gives you free electricity, I guess, but this is the one that kind of gives you a nice little payday, and I think that's really cool. Moving on to the theme park, I mean, it's fully maxed out with at least one of every ride, sometimes two. I think I have two, maybe not. I thought I put a second Ferris wheel in, but maybe not. And we got dual entrances, and I definitely believe the dual entrances help out pretty dramatically. I mean, especially over here, because we've got our ferry dock. And down over here is kind of where people maybe are coming from the airports or from now the airship dock. And then we have now this down here is people that are coming in from when this, you know, coming from the other region via car or coming from the ferry terminal. So I think it was good adding that second one in. And as soon as we did, we kind of sparked a nice little growth in our profits. So definitely think it's worth it. And as you can see, if we zoom in, people are coming and going, leaving happy, and our little choo-choo train that goes through our city. It's pretty cool. And then finally wrapping up, we're down over here where we started, and we got fires burning, but I'm not sure what's going on with our fire department. And we sold out our rock concert for the most part. 12 tickets short. So I mean, it's all come together nicely. This is going to be the last episode of this city. Let me know, depending on how many likes I get on this city, maybe if I'll do another one. If not, you guys are kind of it's getting a little stale, then I might maybe do a couple small update videos before the patch release on November 12th. Definitely have that pre-ordered. I know most of you do as well from the comments that I've heard and messages I've received. So as soon as we get that patch, the game is going to seem a lot more fresh. It's going to be a lot different. Aside from that, if you do choose to want to see more episodes, let me know in the comments below. Once again, big thanks to all the multiplayer region candidates, and you know, check out my other videos, guys. I mean, a lot of you asking questions about the cities and the regions, and you know, how did I get this and that. I take, you know, every episode I do, I kind of take you step by step along the way. So if you have any questions, I mean, feel free to ask, but at the same time, I mean, you can kind of answer your own questions. You can go through and you can see how it's done and essentially what I've done to get to this point. But thanks again for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, and we'll see everyone next time.